some days you just gotta risk it.
Oh, yeah.
Even when the odds are against you.
And I already fell off the roof once.
Today we're getting back to the basics.
This is how the Amish do it. At least it should be if it's not.
And hoping we can fix this before it becomes a huge problem.
That looks pretty crickety. Crickety rickety. We are troubleshooting a couple problems we had this morning. One of our chargers that usually charges our batteries overnight is no longer charging, has no lights, so it must have fried itself or something. So luckily we have about 5 of them. It's not a big deal, but the batteries weren't charging overnight, so now hopefully we have enough juice to get through the day. We got two pieces of our second row up yesterday. I'm thinking we should be able to get most of that wall finished today. The sunshine is a pro and a con. So it's like nice because the sun is out, it's warm, you don't have to wear these big heavy coats, and if you do wear a heavy coat, you end up sweating to death. But in the sun, all the mud starts to thaw. Right now it's all frozen, and when the sun is out, it just turns into soupy, mucky muck that we had yesterday. So going up and down on the ladder with muddy boots is gonna make an absolute mess. So we're gonna try and get as much done as we can before the mud starts to thaw. And I guess let's get to work. Frank, what are you doing?
How's the ground right now? Your board isn't moving, at least. Oh, it's already wet.
It's like pretty frozen. I'd say give it about 20 minutes and it'll be goop.
I can hear it slurping from here. It's 31 degrees. Oh. Every animal I hear, I'm like, is it you? Are you? Oh, he's flying over. That's a stellar jay.
See, that's a big bird.
That is a big bird.
That's like the size bird that would make that hole, not that little teeny thing.
Do stellar jays make nests like that? We gotta look up some nests.
I mean, I think if the conditions are right, you know, anything that would be trying to get in there.
All right, anyway, conditions are perfect for the birds, the animals, and for all of us. It's time. Once again, it is that time of the month. We're gonna clean the sunroom. I think this time we might be cleaning it for good. We're gonna move the tools and all of the construction materials somewhere else so that this actually becomes a sunroom, because the problem is we keep it, I wouldn't say clean, it always ends up getting pretty messy, but it gets even more messy when the tools get stored in here, and we're gonna start reorganizing and just put the tools somewhere else. So that should free up a ton of space and give me the opportunity to really focus on putting away stuff in like an actual living spot, not just a temporary spot. Already? You want your sun hat?
Probably.
Ugh. Yummy. Ugh. You better watch out.
Better not cry.
What was Leo singing this morning?
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Oh no, he knows you.
Oh, he knows you, that's right.
He knows you when you're sleeping.
Just spent the last 20 minutes laying out and cutting out this piece here.
Whoa, wait, you can't even see that. That's crazy.
Has to go around the house, around the roof.
Oh, cool, cool. It's a cool piece.
This is right. I don't think it is. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to detail this in real life, but in DIY life, this is how we're doing it. And if it's not gonna work, I'll caulk it until it does work. Because that's all I can think of.
We're not cutting a new piece. This is the piece that will get installed.
Well, no, it's like, I mean, I think this is gonna fit no matter what, but it's just like how this is cut out around that roof. I don't know how a professional siding company would do that.
I
If
bet
they
like
would
this.
have to put it on before they did the roof, or like what actually needs to happen, but what I do know is it would be really nice if this worked. So let's carry it over there and hopefully not break it.
Such a cool shape.
Go slow. I feel like I need to be on the roof.
Yeah.
Gotta be underneath the ladder right here.
I know, once I get up there, you can move the ladder. Just gotta... Oh, yeah.
Please be careful.
I'm taking my boots off.
How's the traction up there?
Subpar. I've had worse.
Okay.
Hey, 2 inches. Look at that!
Hire us for your siding today.
I don't know about all that.
We've almost done this once.
I know as the daylight grows how I am supposed to feel. To make the same mistakes, to be part of something real.
Right? Careful.
Oh my god.
Look up unless you got your footing.
I thought I did. It's all moving.
All right, we got the full second row done.
Okay.
Good news is there's only 4 rows.
Good.
So we're basically halfway done, but
Okay.
it's gonna get more treacherous and tricky from here on out.
How's the ice up there, Grayson?
Intense.
Intense? Really?
Pretty
Yeah.
substantial.
There's more up
He
there?
threw a snowball at me after I told him not to knock snow down. I was like,
I got plenty of snow.
no,
Really?
throw it at Brandon.
No, that last one already hit me.
It's pretty funny. I was just trying to put Billy down for a nap, and I was breastfeeding in the chair upstairs, and then I see Grayson army crawl past the window right in front of me. I was like, oh, okay.
Grayson?
Yeah. It didn't matter because in classic Billy form, I put him down, he was asleep, everything was great. It was after Grayson had made a bunch of noise. Everything was fine. He was sleeping.
No, it was Grayson's fault.
We can blame it on Grayson, but it wasn't Grayson's fault because he was asleep. I ran back inside to get a battery for one of the cameras about 1.5 minutes later, and he was wide awake. This boy doesn't sleep. I do feel like we're reaching a small breakthrough recently. Last night was a little bit better. I put him down at 8, and he slept until 1 a.m., which is unbelievable. He was up again at 4 and 6 to nurse, but that big stretch right there is huge. If I can just get him to like, even if it were like 9 to 3 a.m., just like one time in the night, nurse him, and then put him back until like 6, that's the goal right there. So I think we're definitely working in the right direction. Baby steps. We will get there.
If there's one thing people should know about me, it's that I really appreciate my creature comforts. I like things to be really comfortable, which is why I'm very, very excited to share today's sponsor with you guys. Today's video is sponsored by MeUndies. Now, I've actually been using MeUndies. I've used their underwear for probably about 10 years now, or maybe 9 years. This is the only underwear that I use. Their underwear is so comfortable because they use this amazing fabric, but it doesn't stop there. They are not just an underwear brand. They have loungewear, they have pajamas, then all of it is so comfortable. Penguins, they also have like the best like I don't know what's called, graphics, like the different types of underwear. There's like obviously solid colors and like normal things, but if you want to get creative, they have some of the wildest, coolest fabrics with the coolest designs on them.
Almost every year, our family gets matching pajama sets for Christmas. It's cliche, I know, but it's so much fun. We haven't gotten our updated set this year, but I pretty much live in MeUndies pajamas all year round, whether it's the holidays or not. Especially postpartum, these are so comfortable and breastfeeding friendly with the buttons. I absolutely love just the quality, the comfort, the coziness factor. MeUndies pajamas are everything for me.
These right here are not actually brand new. These are my MeUndies pajamas from 2 years ago. Christmas jammies, obviously. Very festive. Honestly, you can find something for everybody on your Christmas list at MeUndies. If you guys want to check them out, they're doing some exclusive holiday deals that you can actually get access to all month long. All you have to do is click the link in our description or go to MeUndies.com/TrentAndAllie and then use code TrentAndAllie at checkout. I wanted to say thanks so much to MeUndies for sponsoring today's video. Now we are gonna get back to the build.
We walk, stay and talk, suffer love I have to steal. With blinking eyes through a bad disguise, we move on to be appeal.
Grayson's sitting up there on the roof on the Cricket. He's starting to try and remove as much snow as possible from back there. We have a little bit of snow that's hanging out there, and since we don't have our end wall flashing and our siding up right there, that's a problem. So it's like slowly melting, so it's just like dripping and like getting everything wet and causing problems. So he's up there to try and remove the excess snow so that it can hopefully dry out over the next like 2 days, and then hopefully next time we get up there, we'll be able to throw down some sheet metal and we'll be able to throw down our end wall flashing and then throw some siding up. Then when it snows, the snow can pile up against that and it's fine because as soon as it melts and dries, it has the proper passage to get out on the roofs instead of going behind our foam and creating problems. So,
Out on the roofs.
roofs! Thanks, Grayson.
Oh, Grayson, you got your boots all nice and clean. Now they're gonna get all dirty again.
You gotta rip an 1.5 or 1.25 off of this.
No.
That's gonna change our angle.
Yep. Piece of poop now.
It's not a piece of poop.
For that corner.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's
Use it
not
somewhere
usable
else.
anywhere.
you can use it somewhere else.
What happened to use a bunch of caulk? Make it work.
You can't do that in this situation. This is poop too.
Maybe. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, because the angle.
Needs an 1.25 off of it.
Slide that way.
Oh.
Narrow streets and dusty roads I've lingered on for far too many years. I've wandered down the city taking pity on myself through my
Thinking with the next sheet, we would each be able to be on one side and then we could just each grab the sides and go up with it, but I don't know if that'll be harder because there'll be nobody at the bottom like bearing the weight, you know? Might need a third ladder. Keep an arm on the ladder, your right arm, and then just grab as hard as you can with your left arm, and then you do the same thing right here. And then grab the ladder with your left arm, and I'll try to support the weight. Okay? Probably be best for you to get all the way up on the top, man. Okay. Get up there. There you go. There we go. This is how the Amish do it. At least it should be if it's not. crooked. Oh, we're off by a quarter. Stay close to the deck.
Unbelievable. You guys are getting wild out here.
Yeah, unfortunately we effortlessly carried that piece up, set it in there really nice, and it ended up being like 1/8 of an inch too wide. They're cutting it off, and we're gonna go ahead and slap it up once they're done. We have one more piece that's cut around the window, and then I think 2 full pieces, and then like 2 scrap pieces. And I think we should be able to get all of that done, and that would be the rest of the 3rd row on this wall. And this is the most terrifying, most difficult wall, so that'll be a big accomplishment. Wait, I'm not ready.
You're never ready.
I need to get a drink.
Yeah, why don't you wait till we're on the ladder to get a drink?
Hot out here.
Better get a sandwich while we're up there holding it, too.
Like I can pull on it with leverage, but if I use my weight, then I start leaning backwards and there's nothing to stop me besides a foot in the mud.
Yeah, a sock in the mud.
Yeah, squinchy toes.
Ew.
It's alright.
Oh, dude.
We don't need that. That ladder's wiggly.
Okay, hold on.
You got the corner?
Yeah, but you gotta walk it out from under my ladder.
Grayson's got the other corner. Okay, can you lift?
No, my ladder's still there. There we go. Hold on, let me get up and grab the top. Okay. Is it on?
At least I had one boot on.
There you go.
I don't like siding.
It's just the mud.
It's just the mud.
Everything else is going fine.
I don't like mud.
Yeah.
Realize that.
Billy has been sleeping for almost an hour and a half. It's unheard of. He's never in his life napped this long. I'm amazed. I'm not entirely done cleaning the sunroom because I've been doing 20 different projects all at once, but making good headway in there. And meanwhile, these guys have progressed pretty far on the siding. Oh my goodness. What are you doing over there?
He wants me to hook him around.
All right, we got a lot done today, almost that whole wall, or at least like 3 rows. One problem is that the roof above where the cricket is actually like had some holding snow up there, and so the water was like trickling down and it was running into our foam that's like a cardboard backed foam, and so that foam was wet. And we moved all the snow today and the sun had been baking on it, but it was still a little bit wet. So I didn't put the last piece of siding up because I'm actually worried about buttoning that up before that all dries out. I don't want any wet cardboard. So I think tomorrow we're gonna put that piece on after everything's fully dried out. And then we'll have the 3rd row completely finished, and then we just need to do that 4th row, and then we got to work on our cricket up there and get all the end wall flashing and stuff done up there. So that's really exciting. However, we've stepped inside, things are getting festive, but we did realize that we actually haven't even gone up and looked in the master bathroom since Jason finished.
All right, let's go see what's going on in the bathroom.
Good girl.
Oh, what's this? Oh, to get up. Don't need these shoes.
Leo's telling me that I need to wear shoes because I'm wearing my socks right now. And he's right. I should be wearing shoes, but I'm not. Oh, there's a glimpse of what our house will look like with the siding.
Leo,
There's just so much trim that has to happen. Like once we get all these siding boards up, it will feel like we did most of the work, but literally, I think that's only like half of the work in reality.
Look at this shower! Wow! Do you love it?
Look at the shower.
Look at the shower!
Yes, I'm taking a shower. I'm taking a shower.
He's got his cards and his. That's so cute.
It looks good, man. They did have to build this up a little bit so that we could have some reverse slope back into the shower so that when they put glass here, it doesn't hold water there. So I am gonna have to re-mud and probably paint this section right here. But that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. All the tile is done.
This is so much better than I even expected it to be. I love the way it came out. That's amazing. Jason, thank you.
He's the man. What's up, guys, and good morning. We are out here trying to get after it. We're trying to get this cricket completely waterproofed with some sheet metal that's gonna go down over the roof. Normally I wouldn't use sheet metal. I would use pieces of our roofing. We have extra pieces left over to create this cricket, but when you have a cricket or you have adjoining roofs that come into a valley and they have these standing seams that we have on our roof, when the seams kind of like taper together, it creates an ice dam and everything holds onto those seams. So on one side, I'm just gonna do flat sheet metal so that it can at least slide on that section of the cricket. And hopefully that stops as much ice damming up here as possible. We won't really know until we get a bunch of ice and snow piling up here, but we're gonna do our best to get this thing covered in sheet metal, get all of our end wall flashing and all of our Z-bar attached. Once we get all that done here, it'll be able to rain and snow and none of the water will get under our insulation or around anything. That's the objective for today. Unfortunately, this roof is a 10-12. It's difficult, and I already fell off the roof once, but we weren't filming, thankfully. I slipped onto my butt and then I slid off of the roof just like a slide, but I landed on my feet like a cat. And it was cool, but nobody saw it but Grayson.
These guys are getting wild up there on the roof. I was gonna offer to give them some yak tracks, some like metal spikes, but that might not be good on the metal roof either. So they're just taking their chances this morning and hoping that if they do slide off the roof, they fall into some fresh, soft powder. So far so good. In the meantime, Leo is having a fun field trip day with Jennifer, so he is not up here, which makes everything feel so quiet. It's just me and Billy, which means we're just hanging. Buddy boy. Are you a buddy boy? Hi. Figure out a way to take Billy outside with me. He's a very wiggly guy these days. We're trying the facing out carry for the first time today. He's a little bit younger than I did this with Leo for the first time, but he's got great head control and he's starting to not love forward facing baby wearing. So we're gonna see if I can get maybe 10 minutes out of this before he starts to fuss. What do you think so far? So far so good, but we gotta get him warm. Gonna work? Should we try it? Zero feedback. All right, let's try it, see what happens. The good news is most of the house is covered in sunshine and it's pretty warm and it's not that cold. The only spot where it's cold is exactly where they're working right now. What do you think, Phil? How's it going so far?
Not too bad. We got one of our pieces of valley flashing in. We're doing our Z-bar and our end wall over here. Then we just got to do One more valley flashing, cut our roof panel out of sheet metal and mount it, and then 2 more pieces of end wall flashing and paint it. We'll be done.
Cool. Okay. That short-lived. It's a good effort.
That was the crookedest cut I've ever cut with this device. This here is going to be our roof panel right here on the red line. We're gonna bend this. It's gonna sit on our cricket. This is the 2 sides of our cricket. We've already got our valley flashing down on each side. Once this goes down, we'll screw it down at the edge with some Z-bar. Then we're gonna put some end wall flashing on there. Then I'm gonna try and hit it with some paint because right now it's just raw steel. And that will rust and make a mess very quickly. So I think we've got this figured out. I think it's gonna work really well. Really excited to get it up there and try anyway. That looks pretty crickety. Crickety rickety. Let's get this thing up on the roof and see if it's gonna work or not. All right. We're gonna think you played that in reverse. All right. You can just get me that end. Maybe we can just drag it up. Set her down. It's too big. Like a glove. Perfect. Holy. We're the greatest. Got our butels down. Nice throw. Thanks. I'm sure all the roofing guys are gonna be mad and they're gonna say, this is not the right way to do this, but we've got this piece of 20 gauge steel that's covering our cricket here. We've got valley flashing in here, valley flashing in there. It's butyl taped on both sides. The panels are screwed down. Once we get some Z-bar on the 2 ends of this 20 gauge panel, we're gonna screw that down, and then we're gonna put our end wall flashing that's gonna go up against the wall here, and then our siding will go on top of that. And then at least water should shed properly in every direction. Ice and snow is obviously going to be a problem. It always is with crickets. But at least we know that water will shed properly, and that's the biggest thing I'm concerned with, is water getting into the wrong spot. We're doing the best we can with what we got. And the biggest problem is it's going to snow tomorrow. So
at least this roof will have flashing. Water will drain off of it, but if we get a lot of snow and it builds up on here, it's gonna get behind the flashing and that's gonna be bad. We really need siding up here ASAP. All right, I'm about falling off this roof 20 different times. We made huge progress. We're still making progress. I'm talking like it's over, but it's not over yet. We've got both of our end wall flashings installed, butyl taped, riveted, screwed to the sticks. That one we had to make out of an extra piece of metal because we ran out. Can you believe that we did all of the trim on the entire house and I was literally like 3 feet short from having the perfect amount of trim to finish everything? That's really frustrating to me, but I now just have to clean up this piece of sheet metal that has oil all over it with some acetone and some rags. Then I'm gonna paint it and we will be done. Guys, we are making tons of progress here. I'm very excited about how things are going on the outside of the house. If we can get all of the siding done before the real snow gets here, I will throw a little party. And then we can start working inside and get the inside finished. And before you know it, maybe we'll have finished something. But I think this is where we're gonna let you guys go. So if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you guys. We love you.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.